So now says, "There's something down there," I said. Instantly, the steps began again, circled the dining room table like a man running, and started up the stairs towards us, heavily, two at a time. The light still shone palely down the stairs. We saw nothing coming. We only heard the steps. Herman rushed to his room and slammed the door. I slammed shut the door at the stair's top and held my knee against it. After a long minute, I slowly opened it again. There was nothing there. There was no sound. None of us ever heard the ghost again. Now, here, he says that there's something down, he told to Herman. And then the steps began to, give the sound again. Again, instantly the steps began. Again with the sounds around the dining table. They can hear the sound again, like a man running around it. And then they heard that man is coming up. They could hear the steps. They could hear a man climbing up the steps. And it was so heavily, it means it was so louder that they could hear it once or twice, again and again. And at that time, you just imagine yourself, you are standing there, you don't know who's there down, you could only hear the sound, as if someone is coming closer to you. How would you feel? And the light was still there. It was still there, and in the steps it was very palely. Palely means very light. You cannot see it very brighter. It was very dim, very dim down the stairs, and they saw nothing coming up. They could only hear the sound but cannot see anything coming up. And when they heard the steps, with fear, Herman just rushed into his room and he slammed the door like anything. What do you mean by slamming? You can see the picture. It says slamming means to shut it very badly with a bad sound. Just bang it, damn, doom, dash, like that. When you get angry that time, I think there are some people who just bang the door, isn't it? He ran inside and shut the door in so forcefully that it gave a big sound. Dang. And then, seeing that, the author also went to his room and he also banged the door. Now, at top of the stairs, and he just holded his knees together and was sitting in a corner. Then after a long time, he slowly opened the door and there was nothing outside. No one was there. And not even a sound was there. And none of them, neither Herman nor the author, had ever heard the sound of that ghost again. They never heard the sound of the ghost again. See, my dear children, the story till here, it explains us how, without seeing what is there, just by listening to the sound, a boy, when he came out of his bathtub, he, with the flashlight of the bathroom down in the dining table, he can see the plates showing him that something is moving around. He could see the shadow moving around the dining table. He could hear the sound going down the stairs, coming up the stairs, moving around the dining table. He got scared. He started thinking, could it be a burglar? Or could it be a ghost? Or could it be my father or my brother? Just things started. When he had this doubt, if he would have just called out, who is it? Or made some courage to go down and see what it is all about, then I think he could have got some solution. But then he did not do that. Just by listening, he started to imagine things on his own. And this imagination made him to wake his brother up. They both got scared and just banged the door, went back and found that there is nothing around. We too do these kind of things many a times in our life, isn't it? Without knowing anything about anyone. We just go to the third person and say, no, he's like that, she's like that, she does like this. Just we keep on manipulating. In our life, things are not supposed to be manipulated, my dear children. If you manipulate about others' life or in any matter, in any other thing, it will return back to us, and this manipulating will never help you that others could believe you. No one, if you start manipulating things, no one will be there in your life who will trust you or believe you or even like you. People would say, இவளுக்கு வேலையே இதுதான், எப்போ பார்த்தாலும் இருக்கிறதும் இல்லாததையும் போட்டு பெருசாக்கி சொல்வா, இவ பேச்சு நம்பவே கூடாது, அவட்ட எவ சேருவா. You know, these kind of illustrations you will get. No one would like to come closer to you. No one would like to make friendship with you. And that manipulating will change our life in a worst condition. We must say only those things that we have seen. If you have a doubt, either you go and find out, otherwise just keep your mouth shut and get out of that. If this author, when he doesn't know what it is all about, if he would have gone and slept or sat in his room, I think there would have been no problem. Either he should have gone down the stairs and seen what it is all about. But he didn't do that, and that created the problem, which we will see ahead in the next coming clips. The slamming of the doors had aroused mother. She peered out of her room. "What on earth are you boys doing?" she demanded. Herman ventured out of his room. "Nothing," he said gruffly, but he was in color, a light green. "What was all that running around downstairs?" said mother. So she had heard the steps too. We just looked at her. "Burglars," she shouted. Intuitively, I tried to quieten her by starting lightly downstairs. "Come on, Herman," I said. "I'll stay with mother." He said, "She's all excited." I stepped back onto the landing. Now here in this para, the writer wants to say that as they all slammed the doors and everything, when he came out, he saw there's nothing. But something happened because they slammed the door. What was that? It was that because they banged the door so badly that his mother was awake from her sleep, and she just looked out of her room, and then she started asking them. Of course, when you are disturbed from your sleep, you will shout, you will be angry, and you will definitely ask that what on earth you boys are doing? Like, what are you doing here? What's happening right now? And she asked them. Now at this time, Herman ventured out of his room. At this time, Herman just ventured out. He came out of his room and said nothing. Sadly, gruffly means sadly. He said nothing, but he was in color, a light green. See, when you are scared, your face color changes, your face look changes, isn't it? So when he said sadly nothing, his mother noticed that his face has totally changed. He is also sad. "And what was all that running around downstairs?" And she said, "What was that happening downstairs?" Mother thought that these two people were doing something, and that's why they are also, they may be running up and down and one was hiding and he banged the door, went inside, or something like that she would have imagined. And she asked, what was it that going downstairs? And so, these boys were confirmed that yes, it is not only I and Herman who heard the sound, but also mother. So now, they started looking at at their mother. Both of them started looking at their mother and said, burglars. How will you say? Happily? Burglars. With fear, and that's what. Then she shouted, is it burglars? And then what happened? She intuitively, that means without reasoning, without asking them why, what, where, and all, like before they could say, she said, burglars, and she shouted. And the writer tried to make her mother silent, to be quiet. Don't shout, otherwise he will hear and he will run away, like that. Then he said, come on, Herman. The writer said to his brother, come on, Herman. I'll stay with mother, he said. She's all excited. Now, Herman said, they said that I will stay with mother because she's very much excited, not with happily. Okay, this excitement is, oh, burglar has come, what should I do? Where shall I go? What can be done? How can I get relief from it? They three, all of them, can you see the up lines? It says, I tried to quieten her by starting lightly downstairs. So they all started looking downstairs and tried to make them to be quiet, her mother quiet. Okay, don't make sound, be calm, be patient. Let's see what can be done. And he's saying, come on, I will stay with mother as she is very much excited. And I stepped back onto the landing. And he stepped back. He just took back from that place and was about to see what is there happening. Now, my dear children, we too many a times, when we do a mistake, we forget the situations around us. We forget our surrounding. Like these people with their fear, they forgot that their mother is sleeping. And because of our manipulation, because of our stupidness, we disturb others' life. See, when you manipulate about some person, that manipulation disturbs that person's life. For example, how can I? Okay, myself and my neighbor. So if I am there and my neighbor, I don't know much things about my neighbor, and I just say, oh, this female, she always see, it is very much quite normal fight and arguments going in the family, but because I could hear the fight and arguments in their family, it's wrong that I go and tell others, this female, every time in their house they will fight, they will argue, there is no happiness at their house at all. Now this is wrong. Whether they have happiness or no, that's they only know. That is what they know. I don't know. I only can hear the sound of fight. Which certain house they may fight quietly, certain house they fight loudly, certain house they don't fight, just keep quiet and sit. Each and every house has a different attitude. So we are no one to question that. But because of that, oh, they are not happy, this female is very bad, she don't respect her husband, she always harasses her children are not happy with her. All this thing, if I say to whomever I told this, they will go and tell this to other 5 people. And in this way, the whole village will look at that female in a wrong sense. Oh, the third person, okay, the one to whom I did not say, the third person would say, oh, this female, she is not a good female. Her children are so bad, poor children. பாவம், இவெல்லாம் ஒரு பொம்பளையா, இவ இப்படிலாம் சண்டை போடுவாளாமே, நிம்மதியாவே இருக்க மாட்டாளாமே, எப்போ பார் அப்படிதான், சே சண்டைக்காரி, குடும்பத்துக்குள்ளே நிம்மதியா இருக்க மாட்டான். So, and this finally one day it will come to know, she herself will come to know and would definitely feel bad. It will disturb her, it would disturb her life. And when we manipulate, we don't realize that. Do you understand that? So we are not supposed to manipulate. We are not supposed to manipulate. And here we see that because of their manipulation within themselves, they did such a things that it disturbed the other person too. So we have to be very careful from this habit. If you have it with you, be careful. Don't either of you go a step, said mother. We'll call the police. Since the phone was downstairs, I didn't see how we were going to call the police, nor did I want the police, but mother made one of her quick, incomparable decisions. She flung up a window of her bedroom, which faced the bedroom windows of the house of a neighbor, picked up a shoe and whammed it through a pane of glass across the narrow space that separated the two houses. Glass tinkled into the bedroom occupied by a retired engraver named Bodwell and his wife. Bodwell had been for some years in rather a bad way and was subject to mild attacks. Almost everybody we knew or lived near had some kind of attacks. Now here the writer wants to say that his mother told them not to go down all alone, because the writer was supposed to go down and see. He told Herman to be with his mother and said that I will go down and see. And when he started to move, his mother said, no one of you, neither of you, neither Herman nor the writer, is going to go down steps, because she was scared. And she said, it is better that we call a police. And this fellow, he was thinking, calling a police? How is it possible? Because the phone was down. And he was thinking that just in a fear, in a hurry-burry, without thinking, my mother just said that she is going to call the police. Now, she took a quick decision without thinking. That was the writer's thought. Now what happened? The next thing what she did was, she just picked up a shoe which was there around. She took it and she just threw it forcefully from her window to her neighbor's window. And what happened? The glass of the window was broken. See, nowadays here in our Tamil Nadu also, people have started putting glass. You people remember in our school, in the window we have glass doors. Yes, these are the doors which were used in western cities, and nowadays you can find it in North India, that side also. Now recently even in Tamil Nadu, some people have started using those kind of windows. So when she threw the shoe from her window to her neighbor's window, definitely the shoe will break down the glass. So the glass broke down into pieces into their neighbor's house. And whose house was that? That was a house of a retired engraver. Now, this window was their bedroom, that engraver's bedroom. So what do you mean by engraver? Engraver means a person who makes art in a stone, a sculpture, okay, or maybe a wood, a carpenter. Like you people have seen making a flower or animals or whatever. We make it by graving a stone or a wood or a iron, isn't it? So he is an engraver. So he was a retired engraver, and the shoe had fallen on his bedroom's window, and it broke down into pieces in his bedroom. Now this engraver's name was Bodwell, and he and his wife were living there. Now this Bodwell, from some years, he was not good. He was sick. He was ill because he had some attacks, mild attacks, little attacks, one or two attacks, not a severe one. And then he just makes fun saying, almost everyone have attacks in our in our neighborhood. That's what he just made as a fun. So here, my dear children, we come to know that just because manipulation was taken place, in that manipulation we don't realize what we are saying, to whom are we hurting, what would be the result of it. Because he manipulated, what happened? Now when the mother came to know, she was scared more than the children, because she wanted to be protective to her children, isn't it? So now you just take the mother as a family member of the female about whom I said bad. This example, I'm coming back to the example. If I say something bad about a person, if their family members come to know, of course they will be protective to their, I gave you an example of my neighbor, isn't it? Of a wife. So if the husband comes to know that I have said wrong about his wife, definitely he will take care of his wife, and he would come to argue with me, isn't it? So that is what, when the mother came to know, she was protective about her children and she wanted to take care about her children, and that is why she wanted to call a police. When she was not able to call a police, she wanted to find another way through which she can call her neighbor to help them, and that is why she took a shoe and threw it there. See, my dear children, how many, just because of our manipulation, because of our wrong thoughts and thinking, because we said wrong things, how many problems the family members has to take protective about that person. And because since they have to protect their family, see, another person house's window has been broken, the other persons would be put into trouble. See how many of them are put into trouble. A life is a life which has to be lived happily, joyfully. We have to enjoy our life. Instead of enjoying our life, why we have to create problem in those people's life, those who are surrounding us? Better we do our work and enjoy it. Better we do the good things. Instead of that, why we have to blame others? Why கோல் மூட்டுறது, அடுத்தவங்களை பத்தி பேசுறது, தெரிஞ்சு தெரியாம பெரிய கதை உண்டாக்குறது, இதுதான் மேனிபுலேட்டிங்னா. இதுதான் அது செய்ய போய் தான் என்ன ஆகுது, பாதுகாப்பா இருக்கிற தாய் என்ன செய்யறா, தம் பிள்ளைகளை பாதுகாக்கணும்னு சொல்லிட்டு இன்னொருத்தர் வீட்டுக்கு என்ன செய்யற, அதாவது அவங்கள அந்த ஜன்னல் உடைக்கணும், அவங்களுக்கு கஷ்டப்படுத்துறன்னு செய்யல, தம் பிள்ளையை பாதுகாக்கணும், தன்னை பாதுகாக்கணும். அப்போ ஃபோன் தான் பண்ண முடியாட்டாலும் என்ன செய்யலாம், அவங்கள நம்ம கூப்பிடலாம். அப்போ கூப்பிடுறதுக்கு இதான் வழி, அப்போமாவது அவங்க நம்மளுக்கு ஹெல்ப் பண்ணுவாங்களே அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு எண்ணத்துல தான் அவங்க இது பண்ணாங்க. பட் பாதிப்பு தான். ஸோ ஒருத்தங்க இப்போ உதாரணத்துக்கு ஒருத்தங்களை பற்றி நான் குறை சொல்லும்போது, ஊரெல்லாம் அவங்கள குற்றம் சொல்லும்போது, அவங்க வீட்டுக்காரங்க நிச்சயமாக என்ன செய்வாங்க, அவங்கள பாதுகாப்பாங்க. அவங்கள பாதுகாக்கணும் போது அவங்க எடுக்கிற முடிவு அதிரடியாக இருக்கும். அவங்க இப்போ இந்த ஹவர்மனோட அம்மாவும் அதிரடியாக தான் முடிவு எடுத்தாங்க, ஷூ எடுத்து தூர போட்டாங்க. ஸோ அதிரடியான அந்த கோபத்தில் அதிரடியான முடிவு வரும்போது அது இன்னொரு ஆளை பாதிக்கிறதுக்கு வாய்ப்பு. அப்போ எத்தனை பேர் இதில் பாதிக்கப்படுறாங்க? பேய் அலையுது அப்படின்னு யோசித்த நபருக்கு ஒரு பாதிப்பும் இல்லை. அதாவது கோல் மூட்டின எனக்கு ஒரு பாதிப்பும் இல்லை. ஆனால் என்னை சுற்றி இருக்கிற அத்தனை மக்களுக்கும் ஏகப்பட்ட பாதிப்பு ஏற்பட்டது இல்லையா? ஸோ இதுதான் இந்த லெசன். ஸோ நம்ம வாழ்க்கையை அனுபவிக்கிறோம், மகிழ்ச்சியாக வாழணும். நம்மளால் பிறருக்கு ஒரு கஷ்டமோ தொல்லையோ துக்கமோ வரக்கூடாது. அப்படிப்பட்ட ஒரு வாழ்க்கையை வாழணும். திஸ் இஸ் வாட் இஸ் த மீனிங் ஆஃப் திஸ் lesson. I hope, my dear children, that you would have understood this lesson till here. Just wait and watch what is the end of this lesson in the coming slides. See you tomorrow. Bye.